Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet. We've got a few things left to do today, so since, like, this week, the DLC is coming out, like, in, what, 3 days, I think? So, I've got some loose ends to tie up before heading on to the DLC. Um, Not sure if I'll get through it all. Hopefully, I will. Um, but yeah, so um, I'm not going to be playing the DLC when, on the day it comes out. So my usual days for Pokemon is Monday. So I'm just gonna stick to that. You know, um, at least for me, I haven't seen any benefit to streaming something as it comes out. So, uh, yeah, next Monday we will, assuming everything goes well, uh, be streaming the second half of the DLC, I guess, since it came out in two parts. Um, but yeah, still putting together a party to use in it. I'll probably use those extra days in between the 14th and what would it be, the 18th, I guess, to finalize a few things as to which Pokemon I'm going to be using in the party. Other than that, so my current party is a bit of a just what I've put together. I don't really have a storyline party anymore for the main game. At this point, I'm just working on getting some level 100s, getting them to work out well. So, like, Annihilate has been one that's been around for a bit. And then just this week, I trained up a new Meowscarada, Skeledirge, and Quaquaval to be level 100. I've used bottle caps, I think, is what they're called, to up their stats. And what else did I use on them? It was sort by type. These things. Vitamins, carbs, calcium, zinc, that sort of thing as well. So these top four are about as strong as I can get them. Annihilate is not as much. They just happened to, like, if I go into summary, usually if you look at this, there will be two sparkling abilities, and then everything else is at minimum. So, like, for instance, what I've done here with Meowscarada, got hit points and attack, and a little bit of points somewhere else I don't recall. So these three I've set up to do some raid stuff, so I can handle 5-star raids, some 6-star raids. Oh, that reminds me, over the week, I had thought that during the stream I had gotten access to 6-star raids, but apparently I didn't. That was just getting access to raids to begin with, or something like that, or maybe just the 5-star raids. I don't know. But sometime during this last week, I actually got access to 6-star raids, and it popped up a little scene. Well, no, not a scene, but the phone popped up, had a little bit of text from Um, the professor, I forget who he is in this game. The one with glasses, the one that made the Pokedex app, that guy. Um, and he said that new things appeared, do not engage with them because they're super strong. Of course, engage with it anyway. Once I finished the first one, got another call from him saying, "Hey, you just saw the numbers go down slightly. Was that you?" And it was like, yes, it was me. And he's like, "Okay, but really be careful out there and whatnot." So I did that. Unintentionally, it happened over the week. Um, Other than that, I've also done some shiny hunting. So these are most of my current shinies. It includes the 6 that I had previously. So these guys here. And then just over the past 2 days, like I've been contemplating whether or not I should do shiny hunting on stream or not. Like I do when somebody invites me to do so, because, well, running around with another person is fun and engaging and stuff like that. So, you know, um, not always successful at it, because you've got about a half hour of sandwich to get your best benefit. But, I've also been contemplating. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit into the mathematics here. Sorry if that's not what you like. But, so with a shiny charm, with an outbreak, and with a sandwich, those are the only 3 things that can affect shiny chances. 2 of those 3 you can make use of all the time. One of them, the sandwich, requires the Herba Mystica. And Herba Mystica is really rare. So, it is the one that gives the most bonuses. But, if I have the other 2 bonuses, it's not as much of a difference. So if I were only to use the bonus from the sandwich, that would be more beneficial than using only the bonus of either of the other 2. So if I don't use it, the odds are about 1 in 800 and something to get a shiny. If I do use it, it's about 1 in 500 or something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers, but just the amount of time that it takes to obtain the Herba Mystica versus the time you're saving. Like, the only benefit to using a Herba Mystica sandwich to do shiny hunting is if I were to do so during a stream to save time, just by better random numbers. But that being the case, when I went, sorry, I didn't mean to cancel out of the screen. I was just about to get to it. These other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These other 6 Pokemon that I've gotten. This was just yesterday, and in fact, the 2 Pichus and the 3 Litwicks all showed up. Oh, I guess even the Flabebe all showed up before I had completed taking out 60 of the the outbreak. So, you know, I I don't think like this sandwich is going to make that much of a difference. Um, and so I don't know. Long story short, uh, I don't know if I am going to be doing shiny hunting on stream or not, but we'll see. We've got a new DLC coming out. I've got a bunch of stuff in the previous games to still do because I didn't know it existed at the time. Like the after game stuff and some DLC as well. I don't think Arceus has gotten any DLC. I'll have to double check. But I haven't done anything after the credits rolled in that, really. So I'll have to do some of that. Sword and Shield. Um, there's a story apparently after the credits rolled, and there's also DLC for that. So uh, once I guess I'm done with the DLC here, and I've gotten everything. I don't know how long it's going to take, maybe a few weeks. Might be sometime in January. I don't know. I'll be returning to the other games and finish them up. Maybe complete their Pokedexes as well. We'll see. Um, but anyway, I've got some things to take care of before the DLC happens. So first off, um, I've got to go to Kitakami, I believe is where I'm going. And this, in fact, is the Pichu area that I got the Pichus from. So they're still there. Oh, and you can see, like, over here is, I think that's a 6-star. I don't know why they don't make the 5-star ones as easily seen like this. Like, you can tell this is a 6-star raid because it's purple. There's also another one around somewhere. I think it's the Dialga or something. I've already completed it, so I haven't really been doing that more. I suppose I should because it's another 5-star raid and gives bonuses as if defeating a 5-star. But I certainly wouldn't mind being able to tell these apart. Like, maybe in addition to the symbols, maybe have a Roman numeral on them or something, saying this is a 1-star, this is a 2-star, etc., etc. Or, just 5 little dots on it. Or, like just have, well, when you go into them, you get color coding of how many stars there are. Maybe color code that or something. I don't know. I think it'd be great to be able to see which ones you want to go to at a glance rather than having to spend like 2 hours or something going from one to the next to see if they are 5-star. But anyway, some of the things we have to do. We've got the 3 bad guys to encounter and capture. So, if I recall, they've returned to the places that you fought them the first time. So, like, I think the monkey is down here somewhere. Up here is the dog. And then over here is the bird. So that's one of the things I need to do. So I probably should have just flown over here to begin with. I guess I can do that now. So I'm going to do this first. It's not going to be that difficult. Still, just in case, I'm going to turn autosave off. Anytime you are trying to collect unique Pokemon, you should probably do this, just in case something goes wrong. Just so you don't miss out on whatever's going to happen. And it doesn't really matter who's in front. I'm just going to keep Annihilate up there just because you'll see in just a moment that it will not matter. At least it shouldn't. Because I should just be able to capture this guy right away in the fight. So normally, the reason why you'd want to save it is, of course, just in case you accidentally defeat them and they go away. That's a loss forever. Other times, it might be because you are using a quick ball. So a quick ball, when you first hop into the encounter, if you use the quick ball on turn 1, I believe it is a ×4 chance of succeeding. But this time I'm just going to be using a Master Ball. And look, I got 86 of them. Where did I get them, you wonder? Well, I got them through trading. So, I've done tons and tons of trading. Some of them come with Master Balls because, you know, people give items for the Pokemon to hold, and sometimes they're holding one of these. So, I've got one of these. I'm going to use them. Makes things easy, quick, and not have to worry about it. Right, Monkey Dory. The chain is made from toxin that it The chain is made from toxins that enhance capabilities. It stimulated Monkey Dory's brain and caused the Pokemon's psychic powers to bloom. Okay. So, there we go. 1 down, 2 to go. I also have this to do for the main game as well. There are 4 of those in the main game, and I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Hopefully I will today. Again, it's not going to be that big of a process. I just don't want to... Alright, there he is. I was worried that he wasn't going to be up here. I just don't want to waste too much time in this by having to reload everything. Although I probably should have saved it before doing this, just in case. Oh well. Again, it shouldn't be a problem. And I believe, like, these guys are shiny locked. So there is a 0% chance that they can show up as shiny. Because I believe, like, the legendary stuff is kind of a reserved thing. At least for a while, I have seen shiny Arceus, that sort of thing. So eventually they are allowed to be shiny. Or maybe for events or something. I don't know. I don't have a shiny legendary. So, alright. The other one was over here somewhere. I think... Like, okay, I remember running across that, and we went this way. Like, that dropped down. Oh. Ran into something. Hold on. Run away. And also, I should save, just in case. Okay, so somewhere, I think down here, was the other one. Like, I remember having to go through the cave network. They were just standing up here. Hold on. Got ourselves a shiny Houndour. Might as well use a Master Ball here. Just contemplating what I want to use. I don't have my Pokemon that I use for capturing in the party at the moment. Oh, and I'm in another fight. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't read Okidogi's this. So, after all its muscles were stimulated by the toxic chain around its neck, Okidogi transformed and gained a powerful physique. Alright. Sorry about skipping that. I didn't realize I had done it until I was just thinking if I had done it. Alright. Was it in the cave? Doesn't seem like it, but I see something I haven't gotten yet, so grab this real quick. Because I remember having to go through the caves. We come out here, and it would be like right there, or maybe over here? I'm not seeing it, though. And maybe you're thinking, oh, well, you've already got it because it's in the Pokedex. I mean, true. But that's because of a trade that I had done. Maybe I'm in the wrong area. Maybe it is further over here. It may have to be something I look up to find. Okay, well, since we're over here, there is another thing that I know I need to do, and it involves talking with this guy. I've been, I mean, I suppose it's not really that big of a reveal, but I've been noticing anyone with gold text um, are either selling something or have something useful um, game mechanic wise. So, um, all the times that I've been passing the gold text people while I was playing through, I probably should not have. But this guy has something for us to do. The We Love Loyalty Plaza Drive. So, hello, Yoko. We are very grateful for all you did to help clear up the horrible confusion over dear Ogrepon. I never dreamt that the Loyal Three were in the wrong, and that poor Ogrepon was the victim. Why, we would have gone on passing down the wrong story without a second thought. All that being said, while I do fully understand that the Loyal Three were villains, you've seen the state of Loyalty Plaza, yes? The statues are ruined, shattered to pieces when those three were resurrected. Doesn't it pain your heart to see it so? No. No, it does not. Oh, you did see what happened to what that place looked like before the monument was destroyed, didn't you? I'm sure you would mourn for the loss of such a sight, even if your words tell another story. All right, so again, we've got an illusion of choice. But anyway, yes, the actual Loyal Three were in the wrong, but the monument brought so many it brought so much comfort and hope to the people of our village for generations. Which is why I have begun a fundraiser to restore that beloved site to its former state, and I am calling it the We Love Loyalty Plaza Drive. We are looking for donations of 10,000 with the ultimate goal of gathering 1 million. Wow. Okay. Be that as it may, I couldn't possibly take that kind of money from a student such as yourself. But perhaps you could subtly nudge your parents or teachers to contribute to a cause. Alright. 1 million? I think I can do that. I've been gathering a bit of money. Oh, come on. There's not a give 1 million option? Goodness me, you really wish to give us the entire 100,000 at once? Yes. I why would there not be a 1 million option? I suppose. I suppose it is or can be a multiplayer game. So you could have the option for other people to donate to your game as well. But I don't know. I would still like a 1 million option because I have a feeling I'm going to have to do this 10 times and it's not going to be quick about it. Well, I accept your kind support with gratitude. And here, a little something for you in return. 10 pretty feathers. Those sell for 500 apiece. So for 100,000, you've given me 5,000. Well, whatever. You've collected a total of 100,000. I'll give another 100. Don't be so surprised when I'm doing it a second time. Alright. There's 3. And this is why I wish that you could do it all at once. Look, if you're gonna give an option to have a very large sum of money, which a million is a lot for this game, you know, in order to take a Pokemon and give it all the training and whatnot to get its stats up, I believe is like around 600,000. So, I mean, that's how I was at 8.4. So, you know, I guess it's less than 600,000. Because I was at the maximum cap for coins, which is 9, just one short of 10 million. And I had spent down to 8.4 billion to get those 3 Pokemon up to maximum stats. But anyway, again, saved a lot of trouble just by adding a third option to pay it all in one go. Alright, we're up to 800,000. There's 2 more to go. Also, I have increased the text speed back up to fast, because I'm pretty sure until the DLC starts, there isn't going to be too many cutscenes that will have the main characters talking. So, we sped that up in the meantime. Oh, here we go. Got them 1 million. With that donation, oh my, we've reached our goal of 1 million. Now we can at last restore Loyalty Plasma to the way it was. Let me call our contractor at once. Hello? Yes. Yes, it's me again. We were able to raise the funds for the project. We'd love to see work get started at once. They say they're already done. Why don't we head over to see the fruits of your labor? I mean, I guess that's what 1 million coins gets you, is instant building. Oh, you just look. Thanks to our We Love Loyalty Plaza drive, the old monument has been reborn. Goodness, did they ever do a fine job? It's hard to believe it's not the exact same monument. We even recreate the scratches and blemishes it had before. Alright. Now that's true craftsmanship and dedication for you. No, that's... I mean... I guess, yes, technically... it would be if it wasn't a game. But still. It would have been nice if they actually had an updated or a new version of it, like without all the scratches and whatnot. Now this is just what the village needed. Yes, just what we needed to draw in more tourists who want to take photos here. We'll be topping the tourism charts in no time. Hooray, hooray. Come on, all together now. We learned the hooray emote from the caretaker. Is that all I'm getting for this? I also have a special gift for you, Yoko, being our #1 supporter. Flashy Festival Jinbei. I'll take a look at that. Been a bit left over from the fundraiser, so I went ahead and glammed that up for you. Wear it out and about to advertise the wonders of Kitakami to all your friends in Paldea. I'll take a look. No promises, though. Nope. This one? There we are. So, we've got the green one, which is the basic one, deep blue, white. So these two were the ones we got from the secondary characters. I forget their names already. And we've got this new one. What's this one look like? Sure. Let's wear it for now. I guess. Not sure if I'm gonna keep this, but it's a new outfit. We'll wear it for now, and I'm probably gonna change back later. All right. Let me take just a moment. Find out where Pheasantipity actually went to. So give me just a second while I look it up. Cannot be caught until after the main story is completed. Once that's done, it can be caught near a cave on a cliff in the Fellhorn Gorge. Which I'm willing to bet is where I was. Well, maybe it's over here. Where's the Okay. There's the Fellhorn Gorge. So maybe it's over here a bit more. See if I can find something that actually has a map. Like maybe an image. Alright, so this says it's about here-ish somewhere. So let's just have ourselves a look here. This doesn't seem like it's the correct direction to go for, though. Oh, oh, here it is. Okay. Let's just save it real quick. How far off was it? I had like over there marked. That's fine though. Just remove this. Alright. Here's the third one. We'll just go ahead and collect it. And there we go. Alright, Pheasantipity. Pheasantipity owes its beautiful looks and its lovely voice to the toxic stimulants emanating from the chain wrapped around its body. So it's not just the masks that gave them power, it's apparently these chains that they have. Which, I don't know, would be a little interesting to get a little backstory on it. Like, how did they obtain these chains? Um, that sort of thing. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is head back to Masui Town. And we've got a photographer to talk to. Because they said come back to talk to them after something something. Basically complete the game first and then we can do stuff. So, I think I'm just going to keep Annihilate up front. Don't really have a reason to swap them out just yet. But let's see what this person has to say. Oh, hey kiddo. Wait, don't tell me. You actually caught over 150 Pokemon from the Kitakami Pokedex. Okay, so I guess that's what it was. I had to catch 75% of them. I could have done this a long time ago, I guess. Now I know you're the real deal. That's right. Pretty impressive. You must really be something special, kiddo. Probably know more about Pokemon here in Kitakami than I do. And I got here first. Which reminds me, I've got a favor to ask you, see? A real Pokemon catching pro like you is just what I need. What kind of favor? Oh, did I tickle your curiosity? Glad you don't... Sorry, glad you don't seem afraid to poke your head into new things. In that case, let me tell you what I'm all about. The reason I came here to Kitakami was actually to find a certain Pokemon and photograph it. Alright, seems fairly simple. I've been searching on it. I've been searching on my own for ages, but I still haven't found it. So, kiddo, how about doing me a solid by helping me with my search? I'd owe you forever. Rumor has it that the Pokemon I'm looking for is pretty ferociously strong. Well, hopefully I can take care of it. Just think you could catch it and bring it along on your adventures. Wouldn't that be helpful? That enough to pique your interest? If so, I'll need you to prove you're strong enough to help. If we're really gonna partner up on this thing, I want you to know that I want to know you're cut out for it. That, and I want to get a good shot of you looking all heroic and everything. Sure. We're going into a battle, huh? And I think this'll do. We'll find out in a moment. Okay, kiddo, time for me to take a perfect shot. At your confidence, that is. Ready to show me what you got? Yes. Yes. Then let's just put a bit of distance between us, enough to keep my shots in focus. And, you know, maybe we should leave the town. But, alright. I'm not so strong, but don't hold back. Don't mind me snapping a few shots while we're at it. Okay, so it's not necessarily a difficult challenge to fight her, I guess. Give me a nice heroic expression, would you? I'll take a real good shot if you do. 68? I mean, that's just as strong as all the other in-game stuff that I've encountered. However, she does only have 2, so there's that. Ooh, that was a serious hit. Nearly dropped my camera and shot. Send out Leafeon. I'll keep the current ones I've got. How about a new challenger? This one won't be easy to beat. I was half expecting her to use the little guy behind her, but I suppose he's an observer for this battle. I could have used Fire Punch, but oh well. Come on, Leafeon. Let's take the ultimate shot. That's it. I knew you could do it. Nice moves, kiddo. Glad to see you're not distracted by the camera. Now that's a keeper. You're something, all right. I got a bunch of good shots of you in action, too. I think you just might have what it takes to hold your own against the Blood Moon Beast. Is that the Pokemon you're after? Yeah, there's a certain Ursaluna I've been searching for. It's known as the Blood Moon Beast. Have you ever heard of Ursaluna? Word is they weren't all that uncommon a long time ago. See, Ursaluna is a Pokemon that usually has this big yellow mark on its forehead, resembling a full moon. But they say this one's mark is red. A red moon, as if seen through a veil of blood. That's why they call it the Blood Moon Beast. This Ursaluna, the Blood Moon Beast, used to live in my homeland way back when people still called the region Hisui. What's it called now? Seems like it crossed over the waters here to Kitakami at some point and made itself comfy. If the two of us work together, I bet we could be the ones to finally find and snap a shot of it. And if we do, kiddo. No, not kiddo. Partner. Let's tackle this together so we can find the Blood Moon Beast for sure. Alright, let's do it. Because I believe this is the last Pokemon I need for the Kitakami Pokedex. I knew you'd be up for it, and don't worry, I'll be sure to reward your hard work. Word has it the Blood Moon Beast has been seen in an area northeast of Oni Mountain, called the Timeless Woods. I'll head that way now and wait for you there. Come on, Growlithe. Alright. I'm switching out of this. I don't like it. We're going back to the blue one. Sorry. Alright, so I guess this explains why we didn't go to the Timeless Woods at all during the main game. In fact, this entire eastern side we didn't go to. Oh well. Time to go to the Timeless Woods, I guess. Know the way there fairly easily, because this is where I went leveling my first Pokemon up to 100. Alright. You know, maybe I should mark it. Set that as my destination. Nothing really to see out here. Although I'm a little curious if the level of the Pokemon in the area has changed. So, no. They are still level 50. Unfortunately. I kind of commented this last time. The level of the Pokemon in the area are apparently determined by your current level at the time. I don't know if that makes it locked in, or maybe now that I have level 100 Pokemon, maybe some of these will get bumped up some levels. But we'll see. Good. Yeah, just like that. Okay, now give me cute. I'll keep watching. No need to interrupt it. Yes, look at you clever thing. Lovely. Now, I'll pet the dog while he's taking photos. I'll hold that pose for a second. Yes, that's my little cutie pie. Can I just keep watching? Does she do... Oh, okay, so we are doing different things. It's not just repeating. Look at you. I didn't even know you could pull off that kind of expression. So photogenic. Just too adorable, you know that? I could eat you right up. Keep watching. What's this? An extra serving of cuteness just for me? Don't mind if I do. More? I need more. Someone get me some extra storage. And a napkin? Oh, hey partner, you made it. How long have you been standing there? You weren't, listening in and all that stuff. Nope, don't want to know. Forget I asked. Anyway, it's right around this part of the forest where people have supposedly seen the Blood Moon Beast. In just a moment. Alright, sorry about that. Curiously, all the sightings have been on nights with heavy fog. Oh, well, there you go. In fact, I've heard all kinds of unusual Pokemon appear on foggy nights. I'm sure that the Blood Moon Beast is one of them. It's gotta be. It seems a bit interesting because, like, in Sword and Shield, the weather would, and I suppose like Arceus as well, to a lesser extent, like the weather had a major effect on what Pokemon would show up. So, like there were some Pokemon in Pokemon Sword that wouldn't show up unless the weather was foggy. Well, you didn't get foggy until after the end of the game. So, and so there were some Pokemon that you just can't capture until after the game is done. Which I didn't know at the time that I played through it. So, you know, if I had been trying to fill out the entire Pokedex, it would have been extremely difficult. And, you know, it kind of is already. But we'll get to that when we get to filling that out in Pokemon Sword. Anyway, I'm sure the Blood Moon Beast is one of them. It's gotta be. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Was that my little cutie pie back for another photo shoot? Nope. Nope, that is a spider. thingy. Ow, ow, ow. Better lend a hand. Alright, guess we're just fighting off a spider. Scarlet in this fight. No. No, they are not. Alright, well. There we go. That's it. You can do it. Oh, that really surprised me. My camera's okay, though. Thanks, partner. Thanks to you, too, of course. Feel a bit bad for that Ariados. It probably wasn't expecting to see humans out here. I bet it only attacked because it was surprised. We should set up a tent. That'll let the Pokemon know we're here and help them get used to us. Alright, camping in the mysterious woods. Alright, talk to parent. Sure thing. She may be old, but she's still a fine tent, huh? It's actually my dad's, but he wasn't using it, so I just helped myself to it. Okay. Say hello to our new base of operations for the survey of the Blood Moon Beast. Now, the Blood Moon Beast is way more wary than an ordinary Pokemon. That's why we've had so few sightings, That's why there have been so few sightings, or so they say. That means we're going to need to do some slow and steady groundwork if we want to find it. So, partner, what I'm going to need your help with most is photographing Pokemon. I want you to take photos of the Pokemon that appear around here on foggy nights. Looking for lots of pictures of a good variety of Pokemon. Afterward, I'll register your photo data into my handy Pokemon searcher. Over time, that'll train it to ignore any signs of other Pokemon that live around here. Clearing all that noise will let us pinpoint exactly where the Blood Beast is. Sure. Brilliant. Oh, you actually understood that? I was just rattling off what the manual said. I picked this thing up at a thrift shop. I don't really understand how it's supposed to work. My preliminary survey makes me think there are actually dozens of Pokemon species that tend to show up around the forest on foggy nights. We can split the load, so how about you try and snap photos of 10 species of Pokemon for me? About it, partner. If we tackle this together, I'm sure we'll find the Blood Moon Beast. Onward, looking for clear photos that get the Pokemon nice and big in the frame. You'll want to sneak up on foot to get close to them. No riding on big noisy Pokemon. Think you're ready? Just say the word. Once you're good, we can set up the tent and wait for a foggy night. I mean, yeah, but you didn't remind me how to actually take photos. Ready to go photograph some Pokemon and survey the forest for me? Reporting for survey duty. Let's hang in the tent until the weather gets nice and foggy. Which could be a very long time. Looks like this is about as good as it's gonna get. Alright, partner, get out there and survey. Okay, good. The controls at least tell me. Gotta get up close to them, it says. Yeah. Kind of figured that one would go away. I mean, it's a pseudo widow after all. Oh, maybe I have to take a picture of it. Maybe it's in some sort of order. Which way is it facing? Guessing if it pops its arms up, then I'm making too much noise. I can't even open the camera yet. Oh. Okay, so it's not... I get it now. Can't take a picture while sneaking. Got it. That's the case. And is this close enough? Took a new photo? Let me see. That's the imitation Pokemon Pseudo Widow. It's really easy to mistake it for a tree in this fog. This is great. I knew you were the right person for the job. Well, keep up the good work. I've got nothing but high hopes for you, partner. Alright, so we got a Pseudo Widow. Off to find something else. Although all I'm seeing are Pseudo Widows. Oh, there's one. Maybe two. No, that's just foliage. Took another photo. It's a rock Pokemon Geodude. Gotta be careful, you might trip over this fella. Have you tried turning your eyes upward too? There may be Pokemon lurking up in the trees. Well, keep up the good work. I've got nothing but high hopes. I mean, that's true, but I did also see one over here somewhere. Maybe it disappeared, though. Oh, there's one. Over here. There's actually a couple. And they were right next to each other. Firefly Pokemon Illuminis. Word has it that it gets along really well with Volbeat, which was just to the left of me and to the right of me. Oh, where did it go? Alright, gonna have to wait for a good time for this one. And it is just circling around. Yeah, it worked, I guess. Volbeat, huh? I heard it can draw shapes using light on its rear end. That's my partner for you. Could be Pokemon in caves nearby, too. Got it. But there is also that one up in the tree. Okay, that one is too far away. Is that good enough? Yes. Now, Pokemon Hoot Hoot. I've always wanted to get a shot of it switching the foot it stands on. Alright. The northwest part of the forest would be a walk in the park for someone like you. Oh, there's another one on a tree. Let's go ahead and move over to this one. String spit Pokemon Spinnerack. Think it's trying to spin up a new web in the trees? You got a real good handle on how to take photos by now, huh? But you know there's some that some Pokemon are so wary they'll run if you get too close. Like the first one I encountered. Gotta be careful if you want to catch them on film. I'll keep up the good work. Alright, so maybe some over by this lake. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, there we are. Waterweed Pokemon Lotad. Now that's a good life, just floating around like that. Getting all kinds of different Pokemon in your photos. Can be tricky, like with Ghost-type Pokemon. Snapping a photo of one before it disappears requires a quick shutter finger. Yeah, I did see a ghost one earlier, but I was in the middle of taking a picture of something else. Luckily, it seems like there are enough Pokemon. I don't need to worry too much. It's an acorn Pokemon, Seedot, right? Pretty easy to mistake it for a berry or something. You're getting real practice at catching Pokemon out and about in their daily lives. I guess you could even catch Pokemon up in the trees searching for their next meal. Alright, so I know somewhere around here there's also a cave. I don't know where exactly. We only need 2 more Pokemon, it seems, though. Found these, though. Calm Pokemon Hatenna, huh? Must feel right at home in the quiet forest like this. Just what I've come to expect of my partner. Photos really showcase your good taste. Oh, did you hear that sound coming from the northeast? Like thunder or something? Wonder if it could be an electric-type Pokemon. Just 1 more Pokemon and the survey work's over. Is that enough? There we go. The Requiem Pokemon Duskull. Makes quite the impression on a dark night like this. With that, you've completed your survey. Well done, partner. So it's good to know that there aren't just 10 Pokemon that you had to find. There were more. Okay, so if we just compile the photos we both took, looks like we've photographed every Pokemon known to appear in the forest when it's foggy. We did it. We really pulled it off. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. Now we just send all our data to the Pokemon Searcher, and... wait, I guess. It's supposed to take a little bit for all the data to process, or whatever. You know, the photos you took were all real good, partner. You've got an eye for this. So spill, what do you think about most when you were taking these photos? Capturing the Pokemon as they are, showing off the Pokemon's best sides. Wasn't really thinking about anything. And I guess capturing the Pokemon as they are, because I wasn't showing off the Pokemon's best sides because some of them I was sneaking up behind because they looked like they were running away. Trying to capture the Pokemon as they are. So you really wanted to show how Pokemon live, pure and unadulterated, huh? I'm actually in a bit of a slump myself. Even a kid like you knows what a slump is, right? Like when nothing seems to go right for you? You might not believe it. When I was younger, I was lauded as a photography prodigy. Everyone loved my photos. Absolutely everyone. But in these past few years, I feel like I've lost my spark, and my photos show it. They lack heart. The awards have all dried up, the accolades too. And the longer it keeps dragging on, the more I lose sight of what it is I even want to capture with my photos. That's when I heard the stories about the Blood Moon Beast. I left for Kitakami as fast as I could. I thought that if I could just get a photo of an astounding Pokemon like that, then maybe, just maybe, something inside me would change. It'll be okay. Thanks, partner. And sorry, I didn't mean to bring the whole mood down with my problems. Oh, I guess the machine's done doing its thing. But that jingle, pretty sure that's the same one my dryer plays when it's done with a load. Too funny. Decided to use that. Can you just give anything a jingle now? Anyway, if we filter out all our data, looks like there's still one hit out there in the foggy woods. That's got to be the Blood Moon Beast. We finally found it. This is it. You know, talking to you really helped me throw off some of that old tension. I think I'm ready to go meet the Blood Moon Beast. How about you, partner? You ready? Yes. I think so. Yes, then we're off. It's finally time for me to capture the Blood Moon Beast. On film, that is. If things start to look dicey, I'll be counting on you to handle the battling, partner. You too, of course, Growlithe. Now then, let's get going. That hit we got on the Pokemon Searcher came from somewhere around here. We're going straight into it. I wouldn't mind a chance to save first. It's awfully quiet. Stay alert. Got it. Stomp, stomp. Those footsteps, whatever's making them must be huge. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Oh, there it is. got a red moon on its forehead. It's the blood moon beast. It's real. We've actually found it. Right, my camera. Now you just be a good little beast and stay right there while I snap a photo. Yeah? Sorry, the auto flash just... Alright, now we've angered it. Growlith, you ready? And Growlith's like, nope. Nope, not this time. Sounds like that's a no. How about you, partner? I've got it covered. Sorry, and thanks. You've got this. Alright, so I don't have the option to capture it here. So I guess we're just going to fight it. This is great. I'm right up close to the action. Keep it going while I'll snap some shots. I'll keep punching it. 3 more attacks should do it. Although when it hits back, it's gonna hurt, I bet. We don't have a level for it, I don't think. Oh, that's a new expression. This is wonderful. There's so much good stuff to capture. Ow. Was that exactly half? That might have been a move that just does half your health and damage. But it's still using Calm Mind. And that should be it. Blood Moon Beast is weak. Now's your chance to catch it, partner. I wish that was the case for all Pokemon, is you just didn't have to worry about their health and just... yeah, we'll use the Master Ball again. Looks like I don't have to. It seems like this is a guaranteed catch. But, you know, might as well. And again, I'm guessing there's not a shiny version of this. This seems like it'd be a legendary Pokemon as well. Okay, so Ursaluna, Blood Moon version. I crossed the sea and drifted ashore in new land. In a new land, surviving in this place led to take on a unique appearance and gain special powers. So it wasn't a Blood Moon one until it got here, according to the Pokedex. Okay. There we go. The last spot is in the field, which means I can go talk to the professor. You okay, partner? I didn't seriously think you'd go toe-to-toe with the Blood Moon Beast, let alone catch it. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Scarlet, you've got to work on those nerves a bit, bud. my heart is still beating a mile a minute. What a thrill. I just couldn't stop snapping shots of you battling the Blood Moon Beast. I bet you want to give your Pokemon a chance to rest and recover, though, huh, partner? Let's head back to the camp for now. Anytime. There we go. Back out to the old tent caused it. Calling it a day feels a bit sad, like the end of an adventure. I couldn't have done this without you, partner. Because of you, I finally feel like I have some photos here that I want to keep forever. It's been ages since I've felt this way. Seriously. Now that I'm all motivated, it's time to ride this feeling and seize the day. I'm heading back to the village this instant to get these photos developed. As we always say in my family, time wasted is lost. So I'm not wasting any more time. Let's meet again in Masui. I'm wondering, okay, so in Pokemon Legends Arceus, you run into all sorts of people that have the look of people from the future. So basically, most of the major characters in Pokemon Arceus are supposed to be like ancient family members of the more recent days. So, I didn't play the games that they were supposed to be representing and whatnot, but I'm wondering, since this character here, Perrin, has one of these ancient Growliths and was chasing after this Blood Moon Ursaluna, which apparently is ancient as well. I'm wondering if Perrin is supposed to represent not the descendant. Descendant is the word I was looking for previously. But, well, maybe descendant of one of the characters in Pokemon Legends. And I can only think of it being the, which one was it? Not the Pearl Clan. The other clan, their leader. So, and maybe that quote had something to do with it as well. I don't know. I'm just, again, speculating, but partly because of the hair color seems to be shared. But anyway, it's just a thought that popped into my head as this was going on. Let's meet again in Masui. Alright then. Back to Masui we go. Pokedex of it. Claim reward. Claim progress made. Well, first I'm going to save. Because I currently have autosave turned off. Now let's head back down to town here. And she should be over here. At least according to the map. Right where she was before. Alright. So what do we got going on to wrap things up? I've been waiting for you to come by, partner. Managed to develop the photos and I took her the Blood Moon Beast. How do they look? Oh, well, fact is that once I got them all printed out, I could see that the photos I managed to get are all blurry or cut off or out of focus. They really aren't good enough to show anyone. Not even you, partner. But still, out of all the photos I've ever taken, I think they may be my favorites. I think I'd gotten too caught up in my own head, worrying about framing or what judges might say, always thinking about what I ought to capture. But just capturing your subjects as they are, that's what photos should be. You taught me something important, partner, so thanks for that. I'm guessing what she would say there would be determined by what you told her during or right after taking all the pictures. Oh, that's right. Your name. I never even asked your name, partner. I know that's awful of me, after all you did to help, but mind teaching me your name? You can call me Yoko. Yoko, a perfect name for a gutsy kid like you. Well then, nice to officially meet you, Yoko. The name's Perrin, a photographer with a renewed love of photography. I can say that with pride now. Ah, and your reward. You've earned yourself a real choice reward for all the help you've been. I obtained a choice scarf. Alright, I'll have to take a look and see what that does. Oh, and this Growlithe of mine has a younger brother that really loves battling. I think you do a better job of raising it good and strong. Just received Growlithe from Parent. Okay, so... interesting. Raise it to be real strong, okay? I think that's about wraps it up. I did what I came here to do, so I guess I should hit the road. You know, I suppose instead of the clan leader, this could be the descendant of the person that took care of the Growlithe on the island. Or not on the island. In the beach area, I guess. I'll have to take a look at that after I'm done streaming tonight and see if I can figure out like if there's supposed to be a descendant of a specific person. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. I did what I came here to do, so I guess I should hit the road. I'm afraid this is goodbye. But you know, Growlithe like these are known for living and working together in pairs. Even if they are separated for a while, I bet their paths might just cross again someday. So you raise that one with care in the meantime. Oh, we'll definitely meet again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you pull off. I've got high hopes. So, bye for now, Yoko. Until next time. Wonder if we'll run into her in the next DLC. Alright, so apparently I've got a reward waiting in here. What is this? Alright, that means you've encountered every single Pokemon there is to find in the land of Kitakami. Exploring new places around your own 2 feet is a real treasure of an experience, isn't it? You know, I think you deserve a special diploma in recognition of this magnificent achievement. Come find me in the tall grass on Reveler's Road when you have some time. Pokedex completion mark has been added to your profile. As a reward for completing the Pokedex, receive a Moon Ball. Might have been a good one to have before capturing this Ursaluna, but whatever. we go. Congratulations. Now, apparently, I think he's over here somewhere. This is where I ran into him the first time. Yeah, there he is. What does he have for me? Hello, hello, Yoko. Looks like you've caught 200 kinds of Pokemon that can be found around the land of Kitakami. Wait, are you telling me you've caught them all? Wow. Complete Kitakami Pokedex. This is great. No, you're great. Thanks to all your hard work, I don't think there's anything more to be done when it comes to surveying the Pokemon that live here in Kitakami. Really wish I had something to give you to commemorate all your effort. Oh, I know. I'll give you this charm I got at Kitakami Hall. It's a limited edition souvenir that they only sell there. Contain the glimmering charm. Having one of these mysterious glimmering charms increase the number of Terra shards you receive from Terra raid battles. Okay. I guess that's good. Oh, and can you show me your Rotom phone for a second? Thanks to the diploma feature Director Clavel helped me with, we can celebrate your achievement in style, Yoko. See? You can get a special message from the company that certifies Pokedex completion. Diploma Trainer Yoko. We hereby certify your achievement of completing the Kitakami Pokedex. May this great feat be celebrated by all. Game Freak. Okay, I had forgotten that there was something like this for completing the original one as well. So, I guess this is a second one. You may have completed this Pokedex, but that doesn't mean your school trip has to end. I hope you'll keep meeting lots and lots of new Pokemon friends around Kitakami. I don't know. I feel like the reward there wasn't all that great, especially since he said that, you know, it's sold basically up here. It's just something I could have gone and, I guess, bought myself. Because, I mean, it's a tourist town. Whether or not he says that it's a special item, I doubt that it's all that special. Oh, there was another item I had gotten. I guess it was in this one, sort by name. It started with a C. That's all I remember. Was it a choice scarf? I already have one, though. Boosts the holder's speed stat, but only allows the use of a single move. Okay. Okay, what else is there to do? I'm sure there's a few things. One that I do remember, though, is I have to take the final classes and tests, I assume. So, here we go. I should do this before the DLC drops, because if it's like the DLC, I won't be able to enter the main place without setting off a cutscene. So I want to do this just in case something happens and I don't stream next Monday. Highly unlikely that I won't stream, but it's getting close to Christmas, and the family tends to say, "Hey, are you available this date?" without much notice. So, I have been doing quite a few ace tournaments. They seem to be okay. Not, I supposedly it's the best way to make money, and I guess I kind of agree, but I don't know. It takes a long time to get through those battles. Alright, so we have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes to go, and 7 tests to take, which I probably won't remember the answers to. Biology. We'll start off with. We'll just go down the list. Maybe I'll even take the test right after the class, so I don't get things mixed up. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Next time we meet, we'll have our final exam. That means today is our last actual class. And the topic for this last class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of forms as the shapes or appearance that Pokemon have. There's also a phenomenon called form change, where Pokemon's appearance changes under certain conditions. Cyclizar, for example, which we regularly ride on as transportation here in Paldea, has 3 forms. First, its basic form, where it walks on 4 legs. Second, its battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to engage in battle. Is that really considered a form? I don't know. Finally, there's its ride form, which inflates its throat sac and its tail so we can ride on its back. Now that one I can see as a different form. Though we can use something you're all carrying with you now as an even better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Some smartphones are inhabited by certain Pokemon. Only some. Okay, I just kind of figured it was every phone I've seen in the game has a Rotom in it. So, seems like more than just some. Does anyone know the Pokemon I'm referring to? Oh, Rotom. I just said that. You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, Yoko? Pokemon inside your smartphone is Rotom, and it does all sorts of things to help you out. A Rotom inside a Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. Okay. An ordinary Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though. Many Pokemon that change forms do so simply by holding an item or by having one used on them. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change form. Form changes are different from evolution in that Pokemon can return to its original form. And unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth between its forms. There's a lot to dig into with this form change phenomenon, as you can see. We could all learn something from Pokemon here, don't you think? Bit of a stretch, but I'd be happy to see you all enjoy your time at the Academy to the fullest, and change form into a new version of yourselves. Or something like that, anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. Regional forms, which vary based on what region a Pokemon came from, don't change like other forms. They are an innate... Oops, there's the bell. I guess I was scatterbrained, Mr. Jock, right up to the very end, huh? Great. important information we don't actually get. Wonderful. I had a great time teaching all of you. I hope you do your best on the final exam. That's a shame. I would have been interested in knowing what exactly that was all about. Alright, let's take the final, get this checked off the list. Alright. Hello everyone. Today is our final exam. It will cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you will all do just fine. Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch Pokemon? Inflicting paralysis? Yes. Using a Poketoy? No. Feeding it the berry? Yes, in Pokemon Go, I believe. Surprising it from behind? Yes. We can't feed them berries in this, though. So I'm going to say 2 and probably get it wrong. It's 2 or 3, depending upon that. True or false? You can get the new Pokemon only... you can get new Pokemon only by catching them yourself or trading with other trainers. Is there another way? Catching them yourself, trading with other trainers. I'm going to say false, because you can also get new Pokemon from breeding them. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, will using an item that induces evolution, such as a Firestone, cause it to evolve? Shouldn't. So I'm going to say no, it won't. What is the probability of running into a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,096. Which used to be 1 in 8,000 when it first came out. So, I wonder if that's going to be reduced again at any point in the future. I mean, technically it is with the shiny charm and whatnot. True or false? Pokemon known as Oricorio has 3 forms. False, it has 4. Although I suppose before the DLC, it might have only had 3 forms. This question won't affect your grade. Do you have anything you would like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing, but I sure have fun as your teacher. Yeah, thanks for being our teacher. Okay, time's up, whether you like it or not. Hope everyone enjoyed tackling those questions. I snuck in a little bonus question there at the end again. Shh, our little secret. Don't tell the director. I'll grade these right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. Now let's see how I did. Feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. Let's get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams, 4 questions correct to pass the finals. Let's see how you did on your biology test. Well, got 4 out of 5 correct. Congratulations. Mr. Jacques asked us to give this reward to any students who pass the exam. Alright, experience candy. Not bad. What's next? Math. Alright. Wonder which one I got wrong. I mean, you all know. You all can look it up. Me, I'll have to wait. Hello everyone. I hope we can have fun once again today for our last class together. Last time we learned about probability, using move accuracy as an example. Probability is quite an interesting subject. Did you know that in a class with 40 students, there's a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? This is true even despite the fact that there are over 300 days each year. Isn't that remarkable? But let's move on to today's topic before we get swept along with probability again. I've been teaching you all how to calculate damage in this class using examples like type matchups, critical hits, stat boosts, and the like. All of these variables are multiplied together to calculate damage dealt to an opponent. However, did you know that there's an even simpler way to increase damage of your Pokemon moves? All you have to do is have your Pokemon use a move it shares a type with. If a Rock-type Pokemon uses the Rock-type move Stone Edge, whose base power of 100 is multiplied by 1.5 to become 150. Ground and Rock may seem like similar types, but if a Ground-type Pokemon uses Stone Edge, move's power will remain 100. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers on this little numerical increase, so it most certainly must not be taken lightly. Let me ask you a question to see if you understand what I'm talking about here. Say you have a move with a power of 100. If a Pokemon that shares a type with this move uses it and hits an opponent that is weak to that type, what happens to that move's power? Alright, so it's 150 and they're also weak to it, which is another 50. So I believe they're added together. So it should be 200, because if it was multiplied, then it would be 150 and then another 50% of that, which should be 225, which isn't in the list. So I'm going to say 200. Okay. Close, but a power of 200 would only take into account the doubling effect of using a move as super... Oh. I see what I got wrong. Super effective is times 2, so it would be 300. Got it. First, using a move that shares a type with its user, multiplies by 1.5, making it 150. The fact that the opponent is weak then doubles that power from 150 to 300. The original power of the move ends up being tripled. Isn't that amazing? What's more, the Pokemon terrestrializes, and its Terra type matches one of its original types, then the bonus it gets for using a move of that same type increases from 1.5 to 2. Of course, being able to use a lot of moves with different types is great as well. That's one way you can surprise your opponent. In the end, your own innate characteristics are what will really let you shine the most. Bear in mind that this is true for both humans and Pokemon. Sure would make me happy if you could take those words to heart, but I suppose I should really have shared this basic advice right from our first lesson. It would have been nice to have all of this information right from the first lesson. My apologies. Just like that, class is over. The last of our time together flew by in the blink of an eye. It was so much fun to be able to teach all you ECO students about numbers. Next class will be our fun final exam. Be sure to review the material well in preparation. Well, I don't have anything to review, and I'm not going to take the classes over to review it. But I will take the test. Possibly have to take it again if I get too many things wrong. Or I suppose if I get two things wrong. Alright everyone, it's time to begin our final exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in my class will serve you well as your answer. Alright, how many great balls could you purchase with 3,000 if each one cost 600? Alright, so she's only asking about great balls, not about other types. So, I mean, that's a good 5. If a water type move with a power of 100 lands a critical hit. A grass type Pokemon, what's the move power? So, grass is not weak to water. It is in fact strong. So, that would be 50. I mean, that was wrong. It'd be 50 and then crit. Never mind. I forgot about that. Whoops. Under normal conditions, what % chance does Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? Unless it's one of those moves that crits more often, it's about 4%. Pokemon uses Swords Dance twice to boost its attack by 4 stages. How much damage will its physical moves do then? Triple, I believe. For Rock-type Pokemon whose Terra type is Rock terastallizes, what will the power of its Rock-type moves be multiplied by? 2. Alright everyone, time is up. Put your hands on your laps now. This test was the culmination of all I taught you, and I'm sure you all did just fine. Do go and ask for your scores at the front desk, then take a nice break. I should be getting 4 out of 5 answers correct. How did I do? Oh, I got 2 of them wrong. Fortunately, this is not enough to pass. You'll need to take the exam again. Alright. Let's try again. Wonder if I read another one wrong in my mind. Alright. Find it funny I am here with everyone again. Alright. How many Great Balls could you purchase with 3,000 if each one cost 600? Just to be sure that I didn't get this one wrong. 5 times 6 is 30, and we're dealing in multiples of 100, so it should be 3,000, so it should be 5. If a water type move with a power of 100 lands a critical hit, so okay, power of 100, critical hit is times 2, that's 200. On a grass type Pokemon, that's half damage, so we're back down to 100. Should be that. Under normal conditions, what % chance does Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? Again, unless it is one that has a higher chance. Could be 12%, but I'm going to say 4% again. Could be wrong. I don't know. Alright. If a Pokemon uses Sword Dance ups its stats by 2 stages, so it's using it twice to boost by 4 stages. How much damage will its physical moves then do? So, each stage is a 50%, so 4 stages should be triple damage, because 2 stages would bring it up to double damage, 2 more stages would be triple damage, and then 2 more would be quadruple damage. So this should be triple. If a rock type Pokemon whose terror type is rock terastallizes, what is the power of its rock type moves be multiplied by? And it does say all rock. We're not doing ground rock this time. So standard is 1 time. Terastallization is 50% bonus. Rock type for a rock type is also 50% bonus. So this should be 2. So since only one of my answers have changed, I'm guessing that Stone Edge is the one that's off, and it should be 12% chance. But this time, I've talked through each one a little bit better. I should have 4 answered correctly. 3. Alright. What am I doing wrong here? One more time. If I don't get through it, then I'll just skip it and do it later. So once again, how many Great Balls can you purchase with 3,000 if each one costs 600? So we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 3,000. That's 5. Water type move with a power of 100 lands a critical hit on a grass type Pokemon. The will powers be so 100. Critical hit is times 2. So that's now 200. Grass type, it is not good against, so that should be half. So that should be 100. Unless, like, is this the one that's worded oddly? Because the critical hit will just, maybe this should be 50? Because, like, the wording of it, maybe the critical hit isn't actually affecting its power. So the power of 100 used against the grass type will make the power 50. Then the critical hit will double its damage. So let's go with that this time. And then this one, I'm going to say about 12%. Again, I didn't look up Stone Edge, but it could be one of those moves that has an additional bonus to critically. So we're going to say 12% there. This one should be triple damage, because once again, and it is physical damage. So Swords Dance twice. So boost attack by 4 stages. 2 stages is double, 4 stages is triple. And then this one, Rock, Terra type is Rock, and it terastallizes. Then its Rock type moves should be multiplied by 2. She just said that in the last time. So if I still only have 3 answered correctly, I don't know. Maybe I only have 2 answered correctly this time. There we go. 4 out of 5. One of them is still wrong. I don't know which one. Alright, we're moving on. This time history with Mrs. Ryford. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today is our last class, so I would like to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us one last time. In our last class, I taught you about the Area Zero expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years is not that long ago. Not long ago at all. How unfortunate that our history lessons must march so inexorably toward the future. Would it not be more of an adventure to march toward the past instead? Start from our present and study history in reverse? Sure, I'll agree with that. Why not? So you agree with me, do you, Yoko? However, I'm afraid I risk incurring the wrath of our dear director if I stray from the curriculum. I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us forward to the future. This last class of ours, I shall fill your minds with the history of the terrestrial phenomenon. The technology behind terror orbs has its origins in Area Zero. Even after the Area Zero expedition, sorry, I had a long pause right there because I was thinking about something. Could be interesting if, what's her name? The robot that went to the past, was actually Miss Ryford here, living around the long way again. Of course, looking different because you have to replace parts, change things up as time goes, that sort of thing. But anyway, even after the Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depths, others continued to explore that area. And around 140 years ago, Pokemon cloaked in mysterious lights were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, these were in fact terrestrialized Pokemon. However, when those who discovered these Pokemon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded, and the terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, might as well be present day, a certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. Perfect time to make eye contact, young Yoko. What is the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terrestrial phenomenon mystery? So obviously Professor Clavel is the person here at the Academy. That's not it. It's probably Professor Sada, who I was just talking about. And Professor Heath was the one that wrote the book. So I'm going to say Sada. Correct. To think that you, a new transfer to our academy, could correctly answer this question, must be very diligent in your studies. Approximately 10 years ago, a professor named Sada unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial phenomenon. She discovered that the shining crystals down in Area Zero, or rather the energy they emit, is what caused Pokemon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and to develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokemon League and our Academy. Rumor has it that Director Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, the story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? Thus ends my history class. Our next sessions will be our final exam. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation. Now let's see how bad I do on this one. Alright, gonna do the history final. It's time for our final exam. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your mind and answer these questions. What is the area within the great crater of Paldea called? Area 0. How many years ago was the Academy founded? I don't remember, but I think 805. Which of these did not appear in the Paldean fairy tale about the 4 treasures? Again, I don't remember. But I think a vessel was. I think tablets were. So is it a fan or beads? I'm gonna say a fan. Did not appear. Which Area 0 expedition member wrote the record of the team's activities? That would be Heath. How many years ago did Professor Sodend invent terror orbs? 10 years ago. Let's see how I did. Must excuse that last question, it's too shallow and ridiculous to be on a history test. But alas, the director forced me to include it. So ends our final examination. You may ask for your scores at the school's front desk. Alright, 10 years is still history. I mean, according to her introductory sentence. Yesterday is history, so... Alright, how did I do on my test? 5 out of 5. Apparently, that's my best test so far. Is Ryford asked to give more experience candy? Okay. Four more classes to go. Let's take language with Mr. Salvatore. Again, most of the foreign language stuff I will not be saying out loud because I don't want to butcher it too badly. My dear friends, how are you today? It's time for the last of Salvatore's language lessons. Are you ready? Yes. What a response. What a great answer. Sorry. Thought that said response. But, I guess it's close enough. Perfect for our last class together. I love it. And today, we'll once again be having a listening lesson. Great. Go for it, my assistant, Pikachu. Let's get right to it, my little Pikachu friend. For our last listening class, tell everyone how you're feeling right now. Can you feel that? That's one contagious emotion in Pikachu's voice. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu is trying to convey right now? Surprise. I don't know. Oh my, did Pikachu sound surprised to you? When Pikachu says that, it's expressing happiness. Doesn't it make you just want to break out in happiness? Okay. But I didn't have to ask Pikachu to put on an act today. Oh no, I simply asked it to show you all how it felt about getting to have a class with you. Getting to meet so many new friends and study together in this class with you. It's made both me and my little Pikachu very happy. Now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one last wise word of advice. As you live your lives, I'm sure you will all have times when you get mad or sad, maybe even more than you would like. Everything has its ups and downs. Life is a veritable roller coaster. But in the end, there's surely happiness waiting for you. So keep a smile on your face, even in the hardest of times. When you're faced with a problem that you can't handle alone, find someone to rely on, be it a teacher, family, your friends, anyone. Our next lesson will be our final exam. Be sure to review what we learned in our lessons so far. I have no idea what's going to be on these lessons. What's going to be on this test. Alright, here we go. Today, we take our final exam. Relax, do your best. Are you ready? Let's begin. Which of the following means delicious? One that looks like it says delicious. What do these two foreign phrases mean? I don't remember. I'm gonna say time to eat. Oh, we're doing this, huh? What emotion were they expressing? I'm gonna go with sadness. And that one should be happiness. What is your beloved teacher's name? Which teacher? We'll go with Salvatore. Time is up. Put your pens down. Assume the last question gave you no trouble. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can get your scores at the school front desk. No idea how good I did on this, or how bad. Hopefully I only got one wrong. How'd we do? 3 out of 5. Looks like I get to take it again. Alright. We're gonna have to go through this quickly, unfortunately. Alright. So, which means delicious? This one and this one do not, so it's this one. I said time to eat, so I'm going to say I would love you this time. This one might have been wrong. I think it's either anger or sadness. Because it's not happiness, that's the last one. Or the next one. So, I'm going to say anger. And then this one should be happiness. And this one should be Salvatore. So, since I changed 2 answers, one of them, hopefully, has been changed to the correct answer. Alright, there we go. candy. Alright, 3 more to go. And then we have to take a look around to see who wants to talk to us. I've put this stuff off way too long and it's definitely showing. Also, this is our last class, but don't let those energy levels drop before we wrap things up. You've shown that you have more than enough knowledge to be super strong battlers. I don't know that I have much left to teach you. We can always aim for even greater heights. So today, I'm going to teach you about the rules of link battles. When 2 trainers participate in link battles together, they can engage in either single battles or double battles with each other. If you're playing in a group of 4, you can all battle each other in multi-battles. Now, when you're out having battles during your independent study, you can use whatever number of Pokemon you like, and they can be any level. It's interesting, this is probably the first class where there's more than one of the main characters at the same time in it. Also interesting to note, Arvin has his dog. I wonder if that changes depending on when you do this. But in link battles, there are special rules to keep in mind. Some of these special rules involve adjusting Pokemon's levels. Now the no restrictions rule that all Pokemon stay at their current levels. It lets trainers use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiples of the same held item too. But if you choose to use normal rules, Pokemon will be set to level 50 for your battles, regardless of what level they actually are. This even includes lower level Pokemon. They'll get a power boost to participate. Normal rules let you use multiples of the same Pokemon species and of the same held items too. The great part about this rule is that it lets any of your Pokemon participate. All they have to do is learn some good moves. One moment. Sorry about that, had to sneeze. Lastly, the rule set called Flat Rules mostly affects Pokemon over level 50. Such Pokemon will be set to level 50 for the duration of the battle. The Flat Rules set is the one often used for official tournaments. This rule set does not allow trainers to use multiple Pokemon with the same species, or multiples of the same held item. Alright, here's a question for you. Which rule set should you pick if you want to use a lower level Pokemon and keep its level low? Normal. Oh, I read that wrong. Oh, gotcha there. Normal rules just all 50. Yeah. I realized after I answered that was wrong. Even low level ones. If you got some clever strategy that you need to use a level 5 Pokemon for, your best bet is to choose a flat rules set. Of course, you can also choose the no restrictions if you want to battle with any Pokemon you want, at any level with any held item. It's a pretty good rule set for when you want to battle freely with friends. In conclusion, normal rules adjust all Pokemon to level 50. Flat rules lets you use lower level Pokemon at their actual levels. I hope you use these tips to have some exciting battles with your friends. I was just going to suggest we do, yeah, this is the same as they usually say. Alright. Now let's have the final here. Again, hopefully I don't have to take it more than once. No, we're in the classroom. It's finally game day. Today is our final exam. Time to put on your game faces and do battle with those test sheets. Which cheer boosts attack and special attack for all allies during battle? Go all out, I think. What do we call the battles that Pokemon sent out with the R button? Do on their own. What are they called? Auto battles, I think. How should you obtain LP? Hack the system? Yes. Exchange materials? Yeah, because you can sell materials for LP, I think. High-level Pokemon are adjusted to what level when using flat rules in Link Battle? 50. Using normal rules in Link Battle, you can use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiple the same held item. Normal rules? Yes, true. Alright. Let's go see what our scores are. And we got 5 out of 5. Wonderful. Two more to go. Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. My, how time flies, as they say. Indeed, our time together has certainly flown by. It's hard to believe that this is our last class. Now, our topics for today may seem somewhat unrelated to art, but there is absolutely no set definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with the discussion and see where it takes us. There are two things I wish to focus on today: ribbons and marks. Both ribbons and marks are special honors that capture a Pokemon's qualities. There will be times when your Pokemon gives maximum effort or has a noteworthy experience. In recognition of its feats and accomplishments, it can be given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become incredibly close to a Pokemon, it may be granted the Best Friend ribbon. Incidentally, there's a person in Cascarafa who can give your Pokemon a Best Friend ribbon. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on wild Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. They can symbolize the character of a Pokemon, such as with the Rowdy mark or the Vigor mark. It's completely up to luck whether you'll run into a Pokemon with these marks. So, if you're able to catch a Pokemon with a mark, rejoice at your outstanding fortune. Does anyone know what special thing you can do with Pokemon that have ribbons or marks? You can change their title? Wonderful, Yoko. Your knowledge is impressive. Correct answer is that Pokemon with ribbons or marks can be given titles. What's more, it can be sent into battle displaying a title of your choosing. For example, you could send out a Gibble with a Best Friend ribbon by declaring, "Go Gibble the Great Friend." While I know I just said that marks are generally found already on Pokemon them for the first time, it seems that more recently, Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their efforts. There are marks such as the Gourmand mark, the Item Finder mark, the Partner mark, and so on. Perhaps it might be fun to try to work out how to get each mark using its name as a clue. Oh, that just about wraps up our last class. Next is the final exam. Alright. Let's see how we do here. I do hope you're all ready because it's time for your final exam. And begin. What is the name of the restaurant where you can change your Pokemon stereotype? The Treasure Eatery, I think? What is the name of Brassius's signature art installation that we discussed in class? Surrendering Sunflora. How many waterfalls are counted among the 10 sites of Paldea? 3, I think. I don't know. Go with 3. Where can you find the million-volt skyline? Levincia, I think. Marks Pokemon has are present when you first meet, and none can be added later. False. Time's up. Thank you all so much for learning about art with me. The time we shared is left a mark that I will treasure, I promise you. It is my sincere wish that all of you go on to even greater, more prosperous futures. That's that. Good luck, everyone. Receive your results from the front desk. Alright, how did I do? 4 out of 5, good enough. One last class. Home Economics with Mr. Saguaro. Put away your phones, it's time to begin our last class together. Home Economics is the study of life's necessities, but looking back on our time together, I realize that I focused almost entirely on food. I hope it's not too late to shift a discussion of clothing, another necessity, in our last class. As I'm sure you're aware, our academy has an air of freedom about it. We provide uniforms for each season to accommodate the diverse climate of Paldea. However, students are free to wear whichever style they wish when they please. You should all have received 4 sets of tops and bottoms, one each for spring, summer, fall, and winter, when the Academy accepted you. If by chance you are not aware of this, you may wish to peruse your wardrobe. As long as you wear a school uniform, the rest of your ensemble need not be school issued. This includes your bag or your hat, if you choose to wear one, or even free to style your hair however you wish. Mr. Salvatore's hairstyle, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. Sorry, I was trying to figure out who he was talking about. That reminds me. There is one more thing you all like to decorate, which I must say I find quite charming. Classroom desk, our dorm rooms, our Rotom phones. Perfectly correct. That's the adorable little thing I was speaking of. Oh, it interests me so. Must admit that I am fascinated by Rotom phones and how to customize them. What's that? Oh, very intriguing. So there's a shop called Delibird Presents, or perhaps Presents, where you can purchase cases for your phone. I did not know this. Or, if I did, I had forgotten. Thank you for that useful bit of information. Should have to go myself first thing tomorrow to get an adorable case for my own liking. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away with the small talk. As this class is known as Home Economics nears its end, I offer these final words to you which have been honing everyday life skills with me. My field of study is not so decisive as the likes of mathematics, for instance, where test scores might play a part in deciding your future. However, as you go on to cook for yourselves, take care of your Pokemon, decide what to wear in the morning when you awaken, I would be honored if what I have taught you serves to smoothen out and enrich your lives, even if only a little. This sentiment was imparted to me by Mr. Hassel and his particular outlook on such matters. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for seeing this class through to the end. Our time together has come to a close for today. Prepare to do your best on your final exam. Our hopefully final exam. Alright. Now let's see if this gives me as much trouble as the math one did. I don't know why the math one gave me so much trouble. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains for last-minute cram session fades. Which of the following meal powers make it easy to come across shiny Pokemon? Sparkling. Which of the following is not an effect of egg power? I don't know. I think it makes eggs hatch faster is not an effect. I don't know. This was never explained. Like, I don't think any of these, because it doesn't make them easier to find. It makes more eggs findable. So they're not easier to find, there's just more of them to find. As to whether it helps hatch strong Pokemon, I have no idea. And it makes eggs hatch faster. Well, I'm gonna say it's this top one, because when I was reading through guides to see how to breed Pokemon, and not once did it say to make sure that the sandwich effect was active when trying to hatch the eggs. So I'm going to say this one. And if that's the case, I didn't know that it helps hatch strong Pokemon. What is a simple yet important tactic for increasing the effectiveness of meal powers? More often at home, I assume with others. What is the correct action to take when your adorable Pokemon become dirty? Pokemon... Really? You're giving me these 3 words to choose from? This is a question about Academy rules. Should you change your uniform tops and bottoms to properly match each season? No, it doesn't matter. Time for answering questions is up. Made the questions a little easier than I'd planned to as a way of saying thank you for informing me about Rotom bone cases. So you just made up all these questions on the fly? The last minute? I trust that you all gave this exam everything you had so that you will not have to retake it. Please remember to ask for your scores at the front desk before the end of the day. Well, let's have a look. As long as I got 4 out of 5, I'll be fine. There we go. And more experience candy. You've now finished all your classes and passed all of the exams. I have this for you from Director Clavel. 5 large experience candy. Okay. Now you can focus on all your efforts on this year's treasure hunt. Be careful out there. Okay, so now that that's all done, I should have a bunch of teachers to go meet, it seems. And there's 2 at the entrance hall. Ryfort is over here. Yoko, the time has come. The cursed treasures, the 4 Pokemon of Ruin. They exist. And I stumbled upon the truth in the newspaper of all places. Huh, in an interview piece with a carpenter, no less. Pokemon wielders apparently use sacred stakes to seal these treasures of ruins and shrines. There's a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon, and 8 stakes driven in the ground in the areas surrounding each shrine keep the power of ruin at bay. Well, they sure did. In other words, if all the stakes for a given shrine were to be removed, it would release the Pokemon held inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon from the confines of their tiny little shrines, Yoko? Yes, sure. A kind soul, I see. You are proving truly useful. According to a descendant of the Pokemon wielders in the story, you must have a bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. Really? I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would have no trouble at all with that. You can choose for yourself whether to believe me or not, but I will mark the locations of these shrines on your map. I'd rather go myself, of course, but skipping out on my classes to go adventuring seems to have made the director a little suspicious of me. You can think of it as part of your treasure hunt. Treasures of Ruin are still treasures, after all. I hope you'll investigate the shrines if you are at all inclined to do so. And now I feel trusted by it. And look, Penny's over here. As are some ghost Pokemon and ghost students. Hi, Penny. What's up? Yeah, what? Yoko? Hurry up and hide. Keep quiet, okay? Oh, we've got other people off in the distance there. That was close. What you doing? Yeah, I'm just, I guess I might as well come clean. Take a look over there. Do you get it now? Not really? Ah, sorry. Your jump scare earlier completely frazzled me. My brain's still trying to reboot. I wish the music hadn't cut out. There we go. Alright, here's the sitch. Team started coming to school again. But I don't know if they're gonna fit in okay. It's been playing on my mind, So I'm checking on them from over here. Guess we're still not exactly getting a warm welcome here, huh? Well, duh. Sure, the teachers finally figured out we're not a bunch of delinquents. But it's not like we can press some magic button to make everyone else accept us. Also, we're also not in uniform. True story. Gotta fix this, my man. Time for a change of tack. Huh? A change of tack? When are they gonna start? Oh, what? Are they gonna start wearing normal school uniforms? So they stop scaring off all the other kids? Oh, Momo, Orty. They're both really trying their best to fit in here at school. A Change of tack, huh? What exactly are you suggesting? Huh? I mean, how about we say a big friendly howdy to everyone here? Like, just yell it loud as we can. What? That's stupid. Go on and embarrass yourself if you want to, but count me out. Yeah, that idea seems a bit off. Hold up, let me explain. You know Rhyme, right? She does this at her concerts, no joke. If the crowd ain't hyped at the start of the show, she'll shout the loudest greeting you ever heard in the mic. Like, sup y'all, or whatever. Sorry, I can't be loud because I have neighbors and it is evening. Lifts the mood like nobody's business. Yeah, that makes sense, because those are concerts. This is school. It's different. Okay, smart guy. So we're opting for the cold shoulder treatment forever then, are we? No, that'd totally suck. It would, wouldn't it? So yeah, our only option is to yell at everyone so they know we're nice. Is it? Here, I'm gonna go for it. Hey, morning, y'all. How we all feeling today? Oh no, Giacomo. What are you doing? This is so embarrassing. Everyone having a good time? Come on, Artrega. You gotta do it too. Hold on a sec. You're just practicing for your DJ sets, aren't you? Thanks for coming tonight. Quick, say it. Thanks for coming tonight. I don't. What do you mean, thanks for coming? We're not hosting anything. What on earth? Are those guys from Team Star? What the heck are they yelling for? Is this some kind of skit? Hey, they're pretty funny. Guess they're not as scary as I thought. No way. People are actually warming up to them? Why? That makes zero sense. Momo and Orty really are operating on a different level. Kind of amazed. Seems all my worrying was for nothing, huh? Now that all that's settled, I guess I should get going. Hasta la vista. Alright. More people to talk to. Is Ryford again? Alright. Hi. I do hope you'll take on the hunt for the treasures of Ruin if you're so inclined. Okay, maybe I have to go hunt for them first and then talk to her. Alright, cafeteria, we have Armin. Yo, Yoko, you grabbing something to eat too? Man, you sure did give me a beating in that Academy Ace tournament. Seems like all my closest buddies are in another league, you know? I mean, look at you. You just up and became a champion. Your first year to boot. You know, that's pretty amazing, right? Then there's Nimona. Top marks in every class at school. She's champion ranked too. I hear Penny's got some kind of offer to work for the Pokemon League or something. I seem to be the only average one around here. Nothing special about me. Your mom's super famous. Yeah, I'm sure that'll make him happy. You're great at cooking. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a hobby, really. I only learned how to make the basics because my mom wasn't around to cook for me. Wait, my mom? See, now that's Mabostif. See, sorry. see, now that Mabostiff is doing so much better, and since the treasure hunt is still going and all, I've been thinking of a new goal, to find myself. And I guess you've really got to start by knowing where you came from, which means I should learn more about my mom, right? She was a student at the school once too. That's what I heard. I'm gonna search the whole school for info about what kind of person she really was. Thanks for the inspiration, little buddy. Sure. Alright, where to next? You're still in the hall. Penny is just wandering about. Gonna leave that until later, I think. Actually, before we do this, let's go back to the entrance. Since we got the locations of the shrines at this point, I'm gonna just go ahead and quickly collect all 4 of them. Alright, so she said it was marked on my map. Over here. I can just fly right to it, huh? Interesting. Yep, there it is. Oop, that's not what I want. Gonna save real quick. And I assume this just starts a fight. Faint sound is coming from within the shrine. Touch the shrine? Yes. Kerbang. Oh, we broke it. And we've got this thing. And once again, we have a Master Ball to use. So we'll make quick work of that. Although I do like the music. Chin, ruinous Pokemon. The grudge of a person punished for writing the king's evil deeds upon wooden tablets has clad itself in dead leaves to become a Pokemon. Alright, so there's one. There should be one over here somewhere. Touch of the shrine. Yes, indeed. Huh. And it starts raining. Sword of Ruin. Oh, here we go. And you caught. Chin Pow. This Pokemon can control 100 tons of fallen snow. It plays around innocently by leaping in and out of avalanches it has caused. Alright, and another one right here. Oh. Set destination. Interesting. Why was that one a set destination, but the others were fly to it? Well, whatever. We're gonna travel quickly over to it. And hopefully not get in any fights along the way. Because I'm pretty sure I've been here before. Maybe I just haven't actually been this close to it. Because I know I've been around it, I've just never been right up to the door. Ting Blue. Oh, get in the ball, Ting Blue. There we go. The fear poured into an ancient ritual vessel has clad itself in rocks and dirt to become a Pokemon. And then one more over here. Again, it seems like I have not been to this one. So, I'll go to the nearest destination. Not certain if I need to be climbing this high, but we're doing it anyway. This direction. I don't actually know where the shrine is over here. But it seems like it's probably close by. Seems like it's in the mountain. Maybe this way? Ah, here we are. Look at all the things inside. Come on, get out of the water. And of course, run into something. This is going to be a pain. All right. And this is the last one. And it's a little fish. Chiyu. There we go. Now we've got him. Maybe Miss Ryford will have something more to say. Alright, GU. It controls flames burning at over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. It casually swims through the sea of lava it creates by melting rock and sand. Alright. Back to the school we go. I think I'm gonna chat with Miss Ryford, and if she has anything left to say, that's great. If not, I may just call it there for the night. We've got a little bit more to go, but I don't know how much it's going to be, so I may just leave that for the beginning of next session. Yoko, did you find any of the treasures of ruin? Yes. Oh, caught Ting Lu, the vessel of ruin. Oh, how interesting. I simply cannot keep my curiosity under control. Judging by its shape and size, this vessel was almost certainly not for everyday use. Perhaps it was a work of art, or better yet, a ritual artifact housing some sort of deity. I feel that there must be some meaning behind the horns and designs resembling eyes. Could it be that this artifact was fashioned after the deity's very appearance? This mystery grows ever deeper. My thirst for knowledge is slowly being quenched. You look like you have something more to report. What is it? You caught Chin Pao, a sword of ruin. How interesting. I simply cannot... Okay, we're going through the same thing again. So the sword's blade and hilt from the Pokemon's left and right fangs. Form, not from. I wonder if the sword broke when it became a Pokemon, or perhaps it always was that way. No, wait. I cannot imagine the king wanting to buy a broken sword. Maybe it was some sort of weapon that was meant to be used in this broken state. Mystery grows deeper. What else is there? You caught Wo Chien, Tablet of Ruin. Alright. Never seen so many wooden writing tablets strung together. Must have been an epic tale. Most excavated tablets are tent-mounted graffiti or simply memos. Still valuable tools for learning about the past, but nothing like this. I can't read it, but given the length, it must be a story. Yes, or perhaps words of a curse. If only the words weren't faded. How frustrating. But these wooden tablets piqued the curiosity of a king. What might have been written on them? Oh, you got Chi-Yu, Beads of Ruin. Beads like these were thought to be sacred and thus were worn during religious rituals. I believe they were most often worn as a single bead on the neck like a pendant, but it seems Chi-Yu has 4 of them. Were the beads worn in pairs, like on the ears and wrists, or were the rituals perhaps performed by 4 people? What on earth could have caused the beads such as these, originally used to ward off disaster, become bringers of disaster themselves? This mystery grows even deeper. Seeing parts of history with my own eyes fills me with joy. I thank you, Yoko. This is simply amazing. You have now reported back to me with all 4 of the treasures of ruin. I never thought this would be able to... thought that you would be able to do this much for me. You have my thanks, Yoko. I would have liked to go looking for treasures of ruin myself and make them my own. But I suppose it was precisely because I sent you, someone with a pure heart, that we were able to accomplish this feat. They may be the treasures of my dreams, but I will allow you to have... You will allow me to have them, huh? Okay. Consider this a symbol of my gratitude, too. Take it. It is yours. Nasty plots. Truly are an intriguing one, aren't you, Yoko? I hope you don't mind if I continue to keep an eye on you. Alright. I think with that, I'm gonna call it. So, yeah, we're done talking with her. We have like 6 more to talk about. Oh, no, wait. There's Arvin again. There's Nimona. So I'm guessing some of these, the ones that aren't teachers. Yeah, there's Penny again. Some of these are going to take a little longer than the others. So I think I'll call it here. I will take the first little bit of next session to finish up those, and then we'll jump into the new DLC. Or perhaps we'll have to jump into the DLC first and then come back to these. We'll see. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, next time we will have some new stuff to explore. Maybe another 200 Pokemon to fill out in a Pokedex. We'll see. But hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.